You're listening to Arteetude, a podcast with artists created and produced by Detlef Schlich, a visual artist and ritual designer, living and loving in West Cork.
Hello everyone and welcome. We're really excited today because our first official single, the Niles Bittersweet Song, is finally out. And in this session, we'll take you behind the scenes, sharing some of the stories, the production secrets, and little accidents that shaped the track. This isn't the polished press release, it's the raw inside look. From lyrics born in West Cork to sounds crafted in Berlin, we'll let you in on how two different worlds came together in one song. So grab a drink, stay curious, and let's dive into the river of this song together. I'm Detlef Schlich, and I'm so happy to have Dirk today again here in our podcast. He's back in Berlin since a long time.
Since. Hello,
God. We had our it's 2 months ago. We had our Pass the Hat tour, didn't we?
Yeah. Well, we are on the 12th now, 13th today, and right, our last gig was on the 12th.
Oh God!
Wasn't it?
Hang on, I have to.
Hang on.
All right, now I just recorded with my.
We played on the 6th, the 9th, and the 12th, huh?
Yeah, 6th, 9th,
So
and the 12th,
yesterday-
and here.
Here are the 2 dates.
Not like here.
Oh, the 12th is wrong.
Yeah, the 12th. The 12th was wrong.
The 12th was wrong.
No.
Oh, right. On the 12th, I already flew back.
Yeah,
I think so.
So it was the 9th was the last one.
9th was the last one.
The first was the 4th or the 3rd, 6th, and 9th. No? So
3rd, 6th, 9th.
What is standing here?
3rd, 6th, and 9th. The 12th is wrong. Yeah.
12th is wrong. Yeah.
Right. So it's a few days since it was 2 months already.
Oh yes.
Oh Lord, time is running like hell.
It's crazy. I know. I
crazy.
mean, we are, dear listeners, we are now already working since more than a week on our release.
Yes.
Which was released on Friday. It's the Niles Bittersweet Song from WAW, like Wild Atlantic Way or Wolves Among Wolves, and what we all have here.
Look, this is a shirt from last year.
Yeah, 24.
Yeah, 24. So our second tour, our fifth or sixth gig.
Yeah,
And
so
our second single, all in all, but the first from our forthcoming album. I think.
actually, our third single, if we take a Silent Night with us as well.
Right. You're right. Third song that we published. Yeah, but it's the first one that we wrote.
Yeah.
In that constellation.
For a future album.
For a future album. The Wild Atlantic Way was kind of my holiday memory.
Yeah. So that was how Dirk he sent me this song and said, Detlef, do you want to sing on it? And I didn't know nothing, and I said, okay, I'm gonna do that. And that was the initial sparking somehow that we started to work further on the project, on the WAW project.
New songs.
Yeah.
That's right.
So and now today what we're gonna do is we speak about our first song, about the Niles Bittersweet Song, and about the background of it, and we might get from Dirk as well some production details from Berlin, which might be interesting for every single songwriter as well. You guys, so yeah, let's dive into that, huh?
Radio.
Yeah. So
it's
actually, I mean, I mentioned that already in the last podcast. You might go back to the last podcast if you want to know how this concept how we came to. It was probably it was from a dream, but I'm not gonna go in these details now. It's just if I sent the songs to Dirk, So that's what he gets, and then we might hear from Dirk now what happens then if he receives my lyrics.
Yeah, I was quite how to say, in the beginning we had this little struggle, if we call it a Neil Young or Nile Young. Because, but don't get to that. But apart from this little difference in that point, I was immediately catched by the idea. I don't know why. I mean, the Nile. You could say, you could do the same thing for the Amazona or for the Volga or for some other, for the Yangtze.
We could do 10 albums about 10 different rivers.
For our good Father Rhine, yeah.
We could do a complete album of the Father Rhine for sure. Maybe we're gonna do it, and we call it Schlömer Schlich, Schlich Schlömer oder Schlömer Schlich.
Wenn das Wasser im Rhein goldener Wein wäre, dann möchte ich so gern ein Fischlein sein. Kennst du noch? You know that?
Willy Milovic?
Das Wasser im Rhein goldener Wein wäre, ja, dann möchte ich so gern ein Fischlein sein. Okay, this is
Who is it?
Willy Schneider was it?
Willy Schneider, yeah.
I think it was a hit in not only in Cologne Carnival, but also in Mainz.
All right.
You know?
Probably,
which is two worlds.
And Düsseldorf.
Yeah, but Cologne and Mainz, this is totally different, huh? One is Alaf and one is. I think our listeners will not understand.
No. That's okay. This concept is so abstract.
Weird.
I think it's really weird. We the Cologne Carnival and the Mainzer Carnival, they have as well different jokes. I don't know.
So what I really wanted to say is that the River Nile initially really fascinated me since I was a little boy. I don't know why. You know such things, yeah? I was always interested in Himalaya, in Mount Everest. Yeah. I was always interested in the Nile.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Always when I had to write down what is your famous your favorite city in the world, I wrote New York.
Yeah.
But when it came to what's your favorite river, I always said the Nile.
You said the Nile, no?
Mm-hmm. This is number one. Number two is, as you know, that I have a close connection to Cairo.
Yeah.
First, because of the pyramids, I'm this mystic geek. This mystic.
Yeah, you told me. Yeah.
I'm into all the speculations about where the pyramids come from and so on. That always fascinated me. And then my partner, my other lady I live with, she's a camera and photographer woman, and me as a sound man, we got an invitation for an independent long feature film in Cairo, and that was in 2008 when we were like more than 2 months in Cairo, and of course got to know a lot of people. Were at places that nobody knew. We lived on an island on the River Nile, a small island in the middle of Cairo. So this was the second or third part that connected me to
absolutely
the idea. Yeah. So my attention was already caught. All right, my attention was already drawn to your basic idea.
Yeah.
So I didn't need kind of explanation, why we do it, why you want to do it. Yeah. I understood it intuitively.
Yeah, for me it was completely interesting because I never was so interested, particular in the Nile. It was, but for me it was clear as I woke up and I was dreaming about Neil Young. I said, "Wow, you're dreaming about Neil Young, And
the person Neil
Young. Yeah. And then in the morning, I said, "No, it's not the Neil Young. It's the river. It's the river Nile, as the River Nile,
Yeah.
when it was young, and I should do something with that. And
And
immediately,
we should tell the audience that in German it's called Nile.
yeah. And it is more as immediately I start to research, and I found out that Nil, Nil, if you pronounce it Nil like the rock star, means zero, and as well in Arabic and dialect, it means the indigo blue river on a yellow background, which is as well the Nile. That from there the word Nile came from. So there are a lot of myth behind the word Nile, as the Nil,
Yeah. Yeah.
which I found far more interesting than I said. Okay, so this is because I wrote a concept about multilayerism, and fits so much into it and so much into our world. This there must be more, and that was actually what hooked me to research about the entire river and to say now, okay, so then let's do something, and then as Dirk came and I told him, and he said, yeah, Nile, no problem, I'm very familiar with it. Yeah, that was actually
The initial
yeah,
match. The
absolutely,
match.
yeah,
It
yeah,
was the
yeah,
match.
yeah. So the first song which I wrote, or which we wrote, was the story of Neil Young. But this is not now the song what we released as the first song. We
No,
released.
no. The first one was when I wrote the music here in Berlin and I sent it to you. I said I have the strong feeling this is the signature song, and it still is to me the signature song of this project
Is it?
or of this collection of songs. But as it turned out, sometimes this later idea of the story of Kamau, this young boy, I think in Sudan or somewhere. Yeah, I guess is somewhere around Sudan. Yeah. Have you ever thought about where he's exactly living?
Yeah. Uh, so,
He's a
so, so,
black
so,
guy.
so,
Black
so
guy.
I see it a little bit more abstract. For me, it was more that really the tragedy, um, and the fertilizing what a river like the Nile can do, uh, to express, and
Sure. But of course, you're absolutely right. I mean, the Nile is the perfect picture or metaphoric for so many different countries, so many different cultures, from the heart of Africa
yeah,
up to the Mediterranean Sea.
yeah. I
What
just
what
discovered that through my research. Yeah,
what they call the Africans call the North Sea is
yeah.
in the north. Is for us is the Mediterranean. Also, it's down in the south.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah.
So the Nile is the perfect
Yeah,
metaphor for,
absolutely.
for all that the river is crossing all these different cultures
Yeah,
and is but it's floating along. It's taking all
yeah.
these things with him and bringing it to the delta to
And
the
to the sea.
down to the sea. And but of course there are concrete cultures, and in some songs you refer to concrete cultures like Sudan or no.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to ask you where
You,
Kamal exactly is living.
Uganda.
Uganda, right? Where it
Yeah,
starts, where it starts.
yeah. So
And
so
so the challenge for me was especially with this song that I already immediately I liked the words. Yeah, let me give a compliment to Detlef here and
thank you
at this
very much.
point because I'm a very experienced songwriter. Yeah, I worked with many people. I myself wrote more than 500 songs, and so I have the picture of myself that I know when a lyric is floating. When it's working, when it's got its own rhythm, when it's got its own logic. Yeah, there is an internal logic in a story where you say, okay, this fits, this works.
Mm, mm,
Or when you
mm.
say, yeah, the idea is not bad, but it should be something is missing or it's too much or whatever. But here in this song, I had a strong. I felt the challenge immediately. You know that there is this yearning,
especially the bitter and the sweet.
the
How
bittersweet.
how you bring it into sound, no?
Right.
Yeah,
And I like that. So I like the way we're working at the moment
yeah,
because working the other way around is completely different. When you have the music first
yeah,
and do the lyrics, you're always looking for lyrics that sound musical. Yeah, you're looking for lyrics that fit to a certain rhythm, to a certain melody, to
yeah,
a certain key. Yeah,
yeah.
but here it's the other way around, and that's very rare that the lyrics come first, and the lyrics or the idea how a sound it should sound like, what it should look like, what tempo it should have, and so on. And I like this too, that you sent me kind of what we call in German Hausnummern. I don't know what that's.
House numbers. I don't know.
Yeah, for references, you know.
A
When you said
reference, yeah.
in this song, you said, I have the imagination of Peter Gabriel's
Ah,
Biko.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Or
Yeah,
I
that
have the
was in this song.
and you sent me links to 3 or 4 or 5
Yeah,
songs
yeah,
that you could imagine
yeah.
that this
Well,
song would.
the feeling, the atmo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that's nice. That's very nice. I like that,
yeah.
because
And it is
then.
interesting.
Mhm.
It's in because then if I receive the song from you, and when I listen to it, say, so where does he has the inspiration from Peter Gay with Biko, and where did he get inspired of it, and where did he put it in? So but then. I mean, it's not in the first moment, but maybe after 10 times or so, he said, "Oh, yeah, I know what he means," and so
Yeah,
that's quite
and
interesting.
once we mentioned, it's only just one example, the Biko thing. But in this case, I remember that you mentioned this principal drum beat and the basic distorted guitar, the majestic guitar, just playing a chord.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I remember that, but it's only just one example. But this song is is a crossover or melting of all this. I like that so much in Peter Gabriel's music when you have this African elements, yeah, you
Yeah,
have this percussive elements, but you have also this storytelling element
yeah.
or a folk kind of, or let's call it Leonard Cohen kind of.
We still are still not sure how we call our style. What we gonna do? Sometimes we call it indie folk rock. Sometimes we call it indie folk rock world funk. I don't know
What?
actually.
Yes, right. And this song, I think sometimes you grab all these elements and it doesn't match altogether, or it's too much, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
When you say,
right.
okay, this is rock, this is pop, this is folk, this is
Yeah,
Afro, it's too
yeah,
much. And
yeah, yeah.
that, by the way, there are songs by Peter Gabriel too, where I think he is overloaded. Yeah,
But Talking Heads did with that a great thing.
yeah, but that was in 1980. You mean you're talking about Remain in Light?
Okay, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
This is an absolute reference album.
My Life by the Ghost and the Bash as well. I mean,
Yeah,
what they made with this African influence is unbelievable.
of course. A sampling. This was before
Yeah,
the first samplers.
yeah,
No, 79, I think,
yeah,
79, 80.
yeah.
And yeah, My Life in the Bush of Ghosts was the predecessor. No? It was before the Talking Heads album. It was by
What
David.
was it? I think it was after. Are you sure?
Yeah, I think it was before. And then they had the idea that these influences could that Talking Heads could benefit from these influences. Yeah,
That's okay.
and
Maybe I
then,
found. Yeah,
yeah, and then they chose a few other musicians to become a big band, yeah, to become a bigger band. So they had a percussionist, they had Adrian Belew on the guitar. So with Brian Eno, there were like 8 or 9 people in the studio then, instead of the 4 talking heads.
Okay. The original Talking Heads already existed.
They were there, but they pimped it up to have an African tribal, to have this tribal feeling.
Absolutely, yeah. It grooves like hell.
It grooves like hell, and it's got wonderful lyrics and wonderful images, and everything fits, everything working. And it's a milestone. This album, it's a milestone. So for me, our first track is kind of a perfect match.
I told Dirk today, we spoke an hour before about our release and how we're gonna proceed with it, and I told Dirk, so it's high stake what we have now. So to get the second
Next one.
to get the second done, we have a high stake over here now already.
Yeah,
you know,
because everything fits is perfect in place, and it transports the story perfectly, and it's moving very easily. So yeah, I love it. I love it as it is, and I wouldn't change anything right now at the moment.
No. I mean, no. I mean, the thing is as well. Well, listening songs and the aesthetic of songs. You know, I think everyone has a preference for that and this, and he prefers this and da. So sometimes it's good as well to say, okay, so it doesn't have to be exactly like this.
Right. And we can already tell our listeners that no song is like the other of the 7 or 8 tracks that we have for this album.
Yeah.
Every song stands on its own feet.
Yeah.
And has a connection. Yeah, there's these connections, like the Afro beats, yeah, or like this folk rock
elements.
Sentimental melody is coming back in 1 or 2 other songs, yeah. And but it's every song is completely different in tempo, in timbre, in story.
Which is an interesting challenge. I mean, getting a coherent concept art album and getting it still so interesting that one is not getting boring, or that one is not getting bored to listen to it as well. You know?
Absolutely. Well, at the same time, as you know, we are all, of course, also struggling with some feedbacks on the streaming portals.
Yeah.
Because what you really see now with younger people is that they are already used to Spotify and these portals, where you decide after 30 seconds if you like something or not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And our songs all of them are based on that you have a little time. You need some time to get into it. You need a minute or two. You just in this song, in Bittersweet Song, you need like 1 minute and a half to go, to have one go, to be through the structure once, you know. Okay. So you don't hear the chorus before 1 minute or something, because we have this long intro.
Yeah.
A long intro, and then comes a verse. Then comes the verse after 40 seconds or something. So that's for the rules of Spotify. This is already much too much. You know what I mean?
Probably, yeah.
It's a complicated song what we are doing, because we have like 4 or 5 elements going.
Yeah.
And this is what I call art rock or art pop. Art pop.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Talking about Peter Gabriel, we could also mention Robbie Robertson, for example.
For instance,
whom I love very, very much, who integrated this Red Indian, this Native Americans.
Yeah, I've got his album from the African Train. What's the name of it?
African Train?
Yeah, he's singing a song about the African Train. to South Africa.
Drums?
Robert, yeah.
No.
I don't know. It's Black Album. It's a Black Album.
Oh.
I
I
don't,
don't know.
okay.
No, you got me. I know that he did 2 or 3 albums about Native Americans.
Robbie Robertson and of
He had a
course,
guy. He had an artificial figure he called Red Boy.
yeah.
Yeah, Red Boy goes to the underground. A Red Boy is a Red Boy in the city,
Yeah.
and he made a lot of songs where he had this Native American style or Red Indian. I think you don't say that anymore, Red Indian. But he had this, and he was a rock guitarist, of course, at the same time.
The Night Train 2, something like this.
To South Africa, to.
Yeah. It was a famous train.
So the very first that sends us the name of the song, he wins an evening in the studio.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So, dear listeners, Robbie Robertson's song about Africa and driving through Africa in a train. So,
Okay.
I mean, I'm just using my iPhone as well as filming from the back. Otherwise, I would use it to have a quick look on
Online.
Yeah,
I can do it.
Yeah, so have a look. So maybe Robbie Robertson.
I can do. But apart from that, I love many of his songs because of this
I can
multi.
do that here too. Maybe I'm quickie. Robbie Robertson train. Okay. Somewhere down the crazy river.
Somewhere down the
crazy river.
But is that about Africa? I don't think so.
I think it's about the train.
Catch the blue train. Catch the blue train.
Yeah, the blue train, right. Catch the blue train. That was one.
Okay, we don't read the lyrics now. We don't do that.
No. We're still with our song, and we just.
I love that song, of course. And he's got. If you know Robbie Robertson, or if you like him, you know what I'm talking about. It's this mixture of tribal elements together with rock element, classical rock elements.
He worked with Daniel Lanois. He's from the same tribe, I would say, like Robbie Robertson. He's working. He has as well the same approach.
Sure. And Daniel Lanois, of course, co-produced 3 or 4 Peter Gabriel albums, for example.
Okay, really? You see? Yeah.
So,
you see?
So people already know what we're talking about, I think.
Yeah.
Kind of musical mixture. And
plus we try for sure so bringing our own signature in it as well, which is sometimes not so easy if you know so many songs and if you're already older than 50 years, let's say 50 years.
A little older than 50 years.
Born in the 60s.
I think I'm getting close to my 50s jubilee, for my first record. This will be in a few years. My first song was in 78 or something. So it's 3 years. It's 50. I have 50 years of work as a musician,
I was 16 then 78, and you're 18, no? Yeah.
We can tell our listeners you're a little younger.
I'm
you're the youngster. No,
I'm 2 years younger. So yeah, I mean this is.
But Detlef, that's for me is there I have a lot of self assurance or self confidence. That when we're talking now about Gabriel or Robertson, Lanois, or whoever, this is just like you did it to me. You sent me. You didn't want me to copy something, right?
Yeah,
you didn't want me to copy. Otherwise, you could work with AI.
Absolutely.
If you just wanted a song like Peter Gabriel, you would do it with AI. But of course, I I know what you want to show me with
Yeah.
these examples.
Yeah.
Then,
Nothing more.
but then I leave it. I don't sample anything of
No,
that
no, no, no,
or
no, no,
copy
no,
anything.
no, no, no,
I just
no.
I just keep starting then and
Yeah,
let the words and let the lyrics guide be my guide, you know. So
yeah.
I'm very confident that all these comparisons and metaphors are just helping to explain something.
Yeah. So we
And
have 10
it's
minutes now.
we have 10 minutes left.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
dear. What do you
So
want to know? What do people want to know
what
from
do
my
the people want to know? Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. That is and I would say just to the people try and do it, because I think there are still possibilities to, even if every note is already played somehow, there are
somewhere?
still there are still ways to find a new interpretation of an idea. I mean, it starts already with your own voice, and how often you double your voice, and how with which feeling you bring into your voice, or which feeling you bring into your guitar. Um, that are already moments where even Dirk and myself can start to discuss. I could imagine here. I would like to have more on that, and then I say, or Dirk say, no, I could imagine more on this and this and this. So for instance, for me, the song "The Niles Bittersweet Song" could be a little bit harder. I've heard I've heard I've heard it a little bit harder, a little bit more independent. But I mean, I don't mind. I like it. I like it like it is, actually, like, because it is a bittersweet song, and um, they are nuances how you can interpret a song. You know.
Sure, sure. And there's always. I mean, we have the live version. You can listen to our live version
Yeah, which
on
was
YouTube.
completely different. No, no, I wouldn't say completely. The
Not
interesting
not
thing is
but it's
no,
it's more
it's
uh,
rougher. It's rougher.
more simple, more rough, more reduced, of course, because it's
Yeah,
just one or two instruments, if you like.
yeah,
And we were tempted to try a new version of it, harder with a natural drummer or something, you know.
yeah.
But on the other hand, this version that I admit that has been done completely in the studio. Yeah, there is not a basic track that we did together.
No,
Yeah, I did it
no.
with some drums I played on the pads on the drum pads, and a loop. I found a drum loop, and then I played guitar. That's it. Yeah, and later you
Yeah,
played some percussion on it, but a year later or something like that.
yeah. it's I found
And
it was great.
the original lead vocal we did. I recorded you at Mick's barn in in.
Did we take the most of the lead vocals in a
Yeah, the
barn?
lead
Yeah.
vocal yeah, it's only the other parts are done later by
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
Only like the intro choir.
Yeah, the Niles Bittersweet Song, sweet song, and that's interesting as well, because if we have once a song, I mean, it's great. I'm always fascinated to get the song from Dirk, and that's now my compliment to you. So yeah, but I'm always like it, to get something. But it is for me. There are two things. One is singing on that, finding my own note, dear listeners,
Yeah.
is difficult, because Dirk's and my voice is we have it is quite similar, and finding then there my own identity in the song is then not so easy. But
Yeah.
I managed it, actually.
Especially if people imagine that you're on your own, then you're
Yeah,
not together with me and we're not playing together. But
yeah.
you have to record it yourself and you have to sing it at the same time.
And
So
finding the mood and all that. So no, but it
exactly, and then
works. Yeah,
being on a normal Monday morning in
yeah,
your office, yeah, right in front of the computer.
Yeah.
And creating a magic atmosphere is not
Yeah.
so easy.
So often I'm gonna go to the beach and sing the song for me alone and try to find ways how I can sing it and so on, which is quite interesting. Or I go to Bali the Hop or to Felicitas as well in the cellar and sing there, you know.
This makes
So
already a difference because then you're on the road
yeah,
and in another place.
yeah,
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 different
yeah,
sound.
yeah.
And I think these results are also very, very
And
good.
and what I try as well is if I getting inspired from Dirk's composition, I still try to listen in between the lines, and I still try. For instance, now, but even after the production was done, I found a line in I tell you another time in the song where I thought, oh, from a guitar line where I thought, oh fuck, it would be great to have this hook line as well somehow in a repetition or so, you know. It
Yeah,
is
have it more often. Or
yeah, things like this happen. So what I'm gonna do then is as well, I'm gonna go really like a detective into these songs, you know, and I try to find something what where I think, this could be an addition and could give the song a little twist as well on top, you know. So
I like that very much. This is very comfortable for me. Now I'm speaking as a professional producer, you know, doing a lot of stuff. Of course, I don't always have the time, and I really appreciate that you are like overthinking songs again and again, you know,
I love it. I love it. I love
to
it.
find these little things that add on to a already very good song. But it's like the Beatles always had, you know, the
Yeah.
Beatles always had in the last chorus, they had something different. Suddenly a trumpet is coming up
Yeah.
or something very weird that you wouldn't
Yeah.
have expected. And it always gives you this feeling of surprise. There's a little extra
Yeah.
that you only get after 3 or 4 minutes in the last part of the song.
Where you as listener you have to put the effort into it
Right.
to listen to
And
it.
that's what and sometimes you come with these things like really, 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 really. And I say, okay, if he wants, he can sing really, 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 really. Yeah. But then when you have it in, you find out that this little, it's not important. Of course, it's not important. It's
Sure.
not,
Sure.
it doesn't add to the basic
No.
feeling, but it adds on these little extras that you love when you already know the song. You
And
know?
that I love from Electric Light Orchestra. I think that's Jeff Lynne is one of my favorite persons. He was
Producers or
oh god,
yeah.
he did magic.
He always had this big picture.
Yeah.
This, it's like a Baroque oil painting. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where we have a lot. There is another people. There are people. There is some flowers, and there is in the street something.
That's the man from Electric Light Orchestra, just for the listeners. ELO. Yeah.
Oh, Electric Light. And he also produced Tom Petty, for example.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And I love this Tom Petty records that he did much more than later with Rick Rubin.
Okay, I don't know. No,
For example, Learning to Fly or The Great Wide Open.
Perfect. Great.
That's
I love it.
Jeff Lynne.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I read that a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, right.
And later, after that album, although it was huge, it was his breakthrough as a mainstream major artist. I think he made platinum in 20 countries or something.
Yeah, wow.
Although it was the absolute success, Tom Petty, he changed over to work with Rick Rubin afterwards. Yeah.
All right.
I couldn't understand it because Rick Rubin is the opposite. He's absolutely, what's that in English? Karg? Spare?
Just basic.
Extremely naked.
Basic sound. Rough, maybe. Rougher than Jeff Lynne.
Not exactly rough. It's more like...
We have less than 1 minute, so that means...
Okay, that means we have to come to the conclusion.
All right.
Detlef.
Yeah.
That went very fast. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe we do another one next week.
We can do another one next week if you want. Yeah.
Okay. So then
All right.
we don't have to finish at this point.
All right. But dear listeners, you can hear the song now. It is the Niles Bittersweet Song. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye bye. See you next week. Bye, Detlef.
Bye.
By the river where the waters rise and swell, recalling tales of happy and the stories riders tell. Each year the flood brings life, a gift to the arid land, but in its embrace the face he hadn't planned. The Nile is in his heart, the tears are in his eyes, and the river's bittersweet song brings life and takes away. The Nile's bittersweet song. Takes away, bittersweet song. Takes away. Come on, remembers laughter and fields of golden grain. But the river's gift one year brought within the pain. His nurturing flood, his brother was swept away. A reminder of the river's rise to fade. The Nile is in his heart, the tears are in his eyes, and the river's bittersweet song brings life. Takes away, takes away, takes away, takes away, takes away, away. Come on, feels the wind, whispering across the flood. A dance of life and loss in the river's mouth. He knows the night's powers, both cruel and kind. In his waters, the story of life entwined. Do you mind? Do you really mind? When come out, watch the children playing by the shore. The cycle of life continues as it has before. The Nile is in his heart, the tears are in his eyes, and the river's bittersweet song brings life and takes away, takes away, takes away. Bittersweet song, sweet takes song, away. Bittersweet song, sweet song, the Nile's bittersweet song, sweet song, the Nile's bittersweet song, sweet song, the Nile's.
You have listened to Arteetude, West Cork's first art, fashion and design podcast. Arteetude, never so close again. That was too close.